You wake in the absolute dark. The air tastes like recycled iron. It is cold here. A soft blue light pulses near your hand. It is the only thing you see. The crystal hums against your palm. Beside you, the child sleeps. Her breath creates small clouds. She is dreaming again. You watch her face twitch. She sees things you cannot. She sees a path through the void. Most people think she is just a kid. They are wrong. She is the bridge. The crystal flares brighter now. It matches the rhythm of her heart. The stone knows she is here. You feel a vibration in the floor. It is not the engines. It is something deeper. The child's eyes snap open. They are not their usual brown. They glow with violet fire. She looks straight at you. You feel a chill run down your spine. She points to the wall. They are listening, she whispers. You check your scanner. Nothing shows on the screen. But you trust her more than the machine. You stand up slowly. Your knees pop. You really need a better mattress. The crystal grows warm. It burns your skin slightly. You do not drop it. She climbs out of her bunk. She stands barely 4 feet tall, yet she casts a long shadow. Who is listening? You ask. She does not answer with words. She touches the crystal. A mat projects onto the cold steel wall. It shows a sector you do not know. Stars swirl in a pattern. It looks like a fingerprint. The way home, she says. You stare at the map. It is far beyond the safety zone. It is deep in the dark. That is suicide, you say. She shakes her head. It is the only way. The ship groans around you. The metal is old. It has seen too many jumps. You look at the child. You look at the map. You know your choice is already made. Sensors scream a sudden warning. A red light flashes above the door. Panic rises in your chest. You rush to the view screen. The external cameras flicker on. The dark of space fills the room. Something is out there. It drifts toward the colony ship. It is not an asteroid. It is smooth and silver. It reflects the distant starlight. It spins with perfect grace. Is that a weapon, you ask? The child steps up beside you. She presses her hand to the glass. No, she says. It is a letter. The object slows down. It matches your velocity perfectly. That is impossible for debris. Your comm system crackles. Static fills the air. It sounds like rain on a tin roof. Then the static clears. A voice speaks. It is not human. It speaks in math. It speaks in pure tones. The computer struggles to translate. Greetings, the machine voice says. We bring the gift. You look at the child. She is smiling. She knew this would happen. What kind of gift? You mutter. Hopefully not a bomb. The silver probe opens. A beam of light shoots out. It hits the hull of your ship. Alarm bells ring everywhere. You grab the manual controls. You prepare for a crash. But the ship does not shake. Instead, the lights turn gold. The data banks begin to fill. Files download by the terabyte. Star maps appear on every screen. Medical cures scroll past. It is knowledge. Boundless knowledge. It flows like water into a dry cup. The child closes her eyes. She hums along with the data stream. She understands it all. The message ends abruptly. The probe goes dark. It drifts away into the void. You are left with silence and a computer full of miracles. The door behind you hisses open. 3 figures stand there. They wear the robes of the elders. Elder Kale steps forward. His face is grim. He does not look happy about the miracle. What have you done? He demands. We received a gift, you say. You invited danger, Kale snaps. You exposed our position. The child turns to face him. She does not flinch. We cannot hide forever, she says. Kale looks at her with fear. He fears what he cannot control. You must be tested, Kale says, to prove this is not a trap. A test? You ask. We just got free encyclopedias. A trial of courage, Kale insists, for both of you. He points down the corridor. To the light maze. You sigh. You hate the light maze. It always gives you a headache. You walk to the testing chamber. The whole colony watches. Faces press against the glass. The room is vast and dark. Lasers crisscross the air. They are hot enough to cut steel. Cross it, Kale orders. Unarmed, you look at the burning grid. It shifts and changes pattern. It is designed to be impossible. The child takes your hand. Her grip is strong. Close your eyes, she whispers. Are you crazy? You hiss. I will get sliced. Trust the song, she says. You close your eyes. You feel like a fool. You take the first step. Heat sizzles near your ear. You flinch. You want to run. She pulls you to the left. You stumble. A beam misses your nose by an inch. Step, she commands. You step forward. You feel the heat on your neck. You are sweating buckets. She guides you like a dancer. Left, right, duck, slide. You move through the deadly light. You cannot see it. You feel it. The crowd gasps. They see you dancing with death. You are a blur of motion. You reach the center. The pattern speeds up. It becomes a wall of fire. Jump, she screams. You jump blindly. You tuck your knees. You land hard on metal. The heat is gone. You open your eyes. You are on the other side. Kale looks pale. The crowd cheers. You check your eyebrows. They are still there. Pass, you pant. We pass. Kale nods slowly. He cannot deny it. For now, he says. You walk back to your quarters. The adrenaline fades. You feel heavy. The air smells different here. It smells like ozone and fear. You miss the smell of rain. You sit on the edge of the bunk. The child sits beside you. She looks tired. Do you remember Earth? She asks. You close your eyes. Images flicker in the dark. A blue sky, green grass. I remember the wind, you say, and the ocean. What did it sound like? You try to hum a tune. It is an old lullaby. Your mother used to sing it. The melody is simple. It rises and falls like waves. It steadies your heart. The child listens intently. She adds a harmony. Her voice is high and clear. The song changes. It becomes something new. It echoes through the vents. People in the next room stop. They listen. The psalm spreads. It is a reminder. We are not just survivors. We are travelers. You finish the song. The silence returns, but it is not heavy anymore. We will find a new ocean, she says. I hope so, you say. I am tired of recycled water. Suddenly a sound cuts through the ship. It comes from everywhere. It comes from nowhere. It is not a machine. It is a voice. Many voices. They sing in tones you cannot place. It sounds like fractal math. It vibrates your bones. The child stands up. Her eyes glow again. The hidden choir, she says. You grab your headset. You try to filter the noise. It defies the sensors. Where is it coming from? You ask. From inside, she says. You look at her. Inside the ship? Inside us, she says. You feel a warmth in your chest. It spreads to your limbs. You feel stronger. The fatigue leaves your muscles. Your mind clears. You see the room in sharp detail. The alien voices rise in pitch. They are calling out. They are waking something up. They are here, the child says. Who? The ones who gave us the map. The ship shakes violent. Gravity fluctuates. You float for a second. Then you slam to the floor. Red lights flash again. Hull breach, the computer warns. Northern Ridge. That is near the reactor, you yell. You grab a torch. You grab a wrench. You run toward the danger. The child runs with you. She is fast. She glows like a flare. You reach the northern corridor. The wall is gone. Space is not black there. It is a swirling vortex. A rift has opened. It tears at the metal. Wind screams past you. Atmosphere vents into the void. You grab a rail. Hold on, you shout. The child lets go of the rail. She steps toward the rift. No, you scream. You lunge for her. She stops at the edge. The rift does not pull her. It pulses with light. Shapes emerge from the tear. They are tall. They are made of silver light. They step onto the deck. The wind stops. The rift seals itself. Silence falls. You stare at the beings. They look like liquid mirrors. One of them steps forward. It has no face. Yet you feel it smiling. We are the allies, a voice says in your head. You drop your wrench. It clangs loud on the floor. You broke our wall, you say. A necessary door, the being says. We come to guard the dreamer. They point to the child. She nods to them. She knows them. Guard her from what, you ask? From the shadow, the being says. And from the traitor. You freeze. Traitor? The door behind you opens. Elder Kale walks in. He has a blaster. He aims it at the silver being. He aims it at the child. Get away from them, Kale shouts. Put the gun down, you say. They are friends. They are monsters, Kale yells. They led the enemy here. You look at Kale. His hands are shaking. He is sweating. How do you know the enemy is here, you ask. Kale freezes. He realizes his mistake. Because I called them, he whispers. The betrayal hits you like a fist. Kale was the protector. Now he is the wolf. Why, you ask? To save us, Kale screams. If we surrender, they let us live. Slaves do not live, the child says softly. Kale fires. The red bolt flies across the room. It aims for the child. The silver being moves. It is faster than light. It absorbs the bolt. Kale stares. He drops the gun. He runs. Let him go, the silver being says. We have work to do. Work? You ask. War is coming, the being says. You need a weapon. I have a wrench, you offer. Not enough, the being says. Go to the forge. You run to the lower decks. The heat rises. The foundry is active. The child leads the way. The silver beings follow. They light up the dark. You reach the main smelter. Molten metal glows orange. It sings under pressure. What do I make? You shout over the roar. A focus, the child says, for the light. She throws a piece of the silver probe into the mix. The metal changes color. It turns white, it turns blue, it swirls like a galaxy. You grab the tongs, you pull the metal out, you hammer it on the anvil. Sparks fly, they do not burn, they taste like mint. You shape it, it is not a gun, it is a staff. It pulses with the same rhythm as the crystal. It feels alive. Hurry, the child says, they are here. The ship shudders. Explosions rock the hull. The enemy has arrived. You hold the staff high. It hums with power. You feel ready. Let's go, you say. You run to the hangar bay. The battle has started. Drones swarm the air. The enemy ships are black. They look like insects. They eat the light. The colony guards are fighting. They are losing. Fire fills the bay. You step onto the gantry. You raise the staff. Listen to me, you roar. Your voice is amplified. It booms like thunder. The fighting stops for a second. Everyone looks up. We do not run today, you shout. We stand. A cheer goes up. It is ragged, but it is loud. The enemy drones turn toward you. They screech. 1,000 red eyes glow. For the child, a guard yells. The silver beings join the line. They create a shield wall. Lasers bounce off them. You swing the staff. A bolt of blue lightning arcs out. It hits a drone. The drone explodes. The lightning jumps to the next one, and the next. It is a chain reaction. A dozen enemies fall. The child stands behind you. She is singing. Her song powers the staff. The enemy flagship descends. It blocks out the stars. It is massive. It charges a main cannon. Green light builds up in its maw. Shields cannot stop that, you yell. I can, the child says. She steps past the shield wall. She walks into the open. No, you scream. She ignores you. She spreads her arms. She looks tiny against the ship. The green beam fires. It screams through the air. It hits her. You close your eyes. You expect ash. You expect death. But there is no scream. There is only a hum. You open your eyes. The child is glowing. She is absorbing the energy. Her skin turns to diamond. Her hair turns to light. She rises off the ground. The enemy ship fires again. She eats that too. She is a battery. She's ascending, the silver being says. She points a finger at the flagship. Go home, she says. A pulse of violet light shoots from her hand. It hits the enemy ship. The ship does not explode. It simply stops. The lights die. It drifts. The drones fall from the sky. Their connection is cut. Silence returns to the bay. Smoke clears. The child floats down. She lands softly. She looks normal again, but her eyes are ancient. You run to her. You check for injuries. She is cold. Did we win? She asks. Yeah, kid, you say. We won big. The sun begins to rise over the planet below. It is a new world. The light is violet and gold. It spills into the hangar bay. It touches the faces of the survivors. People start to cry. They drop their weapons. They look at the sunrise. It is beautiful, you say. It is ours, the child says. Kale is found in a pod. He is crying. No one hurts him. Pity is worse than anger. You walk to the edge of the bay. The air is safe now. The atmosphere shields are up. The silver beings bow to the child. They fade into light. They are gone. Will they come back, you ask? When we need them, she says. Years pass in a blink. The colony lands. Cities grow from the stone. You stand before a great arch. It is made of the local stone. It is red and hard. Artists are carving a story. They carve the ship. They carve the battle. They carve a small girl stopping a giant ship. You look taller in the picture, you say. The child laughs. She is a woman now. She wears the robes of a leader. Artistic license, she says. They will tell this story forever, you say. They will tell our story, she corrects. She hands you a datapad. It is a treaty. The star-bound pact, you read. To protect the weak. To share the light. Sign it, she says. Me? I'm just the guy with the wrench. You are the guardian, she says. You sign your name. It feels heavy. It feels right. Representatives from other worlds watch. They are strange. They are friends. You look up at the sky. The stars look different here, but they are friendly. The legend spreads. Ships carry the tale to the rim. They tell of the child who dreamed. They tell of the guardian who stood. They say a new species was born that day. Not human, not alien. Something starborn, something free. You sit on your porch. The gravity is low. It is good for your back. The child sits with you. She hums that old lullaby. We did good, you say. We are just getting started, she says. You smile. You close your eyes. You dream of the next horizon. And out in the dark, the stars blink back. They are waiting. They know your name now. And they are listening to the song.